Welcome to Gin Joe's show. I'm Gin Joe, and this is my show, where I open, taste, and review gin. Tonight, we're going to dive deep into the G&J distillery and open up Eden Gin. All right, okay, let's snap into it, sip and spin, but first, cue the song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Warrington is a town with roots deep in history. In the centre of town is the largest independent brewery in the UK, Greenall Whitney. Founded over 100 years ago, on the same site sits the headquarters of Gilbert and John Greenall.
Hello gin fans, I put the G in G&J Distillers. Unfortunately my brother's portrait is lost from the pages of time. Thank you, always drink gin. Bastard.
In the centre of town is the largest independent brewery in the UK, Greenall Whitney. Founded over 100 years ago, on the same site sits the headquarters of Gilbert and John Greenalls. That was how and when it all started, but not of course on this site. In 1761 Thomas Dankin wanted what he had called a better and smoother gin than could be bought in London at that time. So they went north and set up a still in Warrington, on these premises of Main Street. 100 years later, on the flourishing business that he started came into the hands of two brothers Gilbert and John Greenalls. They changed the name to Greenalls but kept Thomas Duncan's recipe.
Greenall's Gin is a brand of gin that dates back to 1761. The company claims to be England's oldest gin distillery, which I have done many of their gins in the past, which should be up here and there and everywhere else. Thomas Dankin built his distillery on Bridge Street in Warrington in 1760. Although poor grain crops that year meant he did not distill his first gin until the following year. Thomas Dankin and his descendants continued to own and operate the distillery until 1860, when it was leased to Gilbert and John Greenall, who also owned Greenall's Brewery in nearby St. Helens. In 1960, the distillery moved to a larger adjacent site, but much of this was destroyed in a fire in 2005. It's a shame. 3 years later, the distillery moved to a site in Birchwood, Warrington, where it is still located to this day. There is very limited information about Eden Gin out there. Here's what I found. First, this bottle comes in at 40%. I know. There are a few botanicals here on the necktie, and they include orris flower, apple, and fig. What botanical did I not mention? Hopefully every single one of you out there is juniper. I'm actually very surprised it was left off, so let's hope it is in there. Here's the bottle. I mean, it's a little different. Now, the information that's on the bottle itself really doesn't help to decipher what is in this bottle. I mean, pretty much it says there's an original recipe, blah, blah, blah. A soft floral violet and apple nose up front. Okay. Smooth taste with a sweet finish. Alright, well, you know how I do these, right? You do, you should. Let's open this bastard up. See what we got ourselves into, shall we? Okay. This bottle is very reminiscent of Juniper Green, which is also made by G&J. Almost the same little setup here too. Oh, there we go. Alright. Oh, I see a cork. I wasn't expecting a cork. Well, let's pop this bastard open, shall we? Hey. Nothing to write home about. Alright, let's introduce gin to glass, and then the gin to Joe. First, I do see some sweetness here on the legs. More so than, let's say, an Old Tom, because the legs are very closely ribbed together, and they're starting to streak almost at the same time. I know that's sickly sweet. Let's see what I smell though, and just sniff it. Well, it's very floral on the scent. I do smell apple, and yeah, I could say figs in there. The discerning thing though is I do not smell any juniper. Not to say it's not in there though, because there's another like component. Maybe it is the orris flower, however they said, mixing with the juniper. It's kind of giving this like very floral and sweet smell. Like I knew already though. You can see it right there. It's gonna be a sweet gin. All right. Well, see what happens. Wish me luck. Salud. Well, tastes like gin. That's a good thing. There is definitely juniper in here. It's almost oily, but it's getting masked by that sweetness that I keep talking about. It is definitely a sweet, neat sipping gin. Now, is this going to mix well? Absolutely. It's going to do well, I would say, in a G&T. So let's get that going. See what happens. Welcome to Gin Joe's Cocktail Corner. As always, we're going to make ourselves a beautiful G&T my way. And it starts now. We have ourselves a beautiful G&T. As you've probably noticed, I am using Fever Tree's Elderflower Tonic tonight. I absolutely love it. I've talked about it many times. I think this will actually boost up that apple and fig note just a little bit better. Salute, cheers, let's do it. Oh yeah, beautiful. This is a delicious G&T. I had a feeling the sweetness of this gin would marry well with that elderflower, you know, and the citrus notes are balanced, bright, and hoppy, or hoppening, I got it. Okay, this is definitely a very nice gin and tonic. You know, it kind of reminds me of Bloom, as we remember in the Bloom review. Joanne Moore, the distiller there for G&J Distilleries, also made this, and I could very much tell just because of the nuances it has. It's very floral and it's very nice and sweet. Now, will this make a good martini? No, it won't. I could already tell you. You don't want the sweetness of a martini. You want it more crisp and clean and dry and delicious. So, if you're a gin and tonic person out there, which I'm sure a handful of you are, go ahead and try this one out. Now, you can find Eden Gin very easily at Total Wines. It's one of their cheaper gins, on the bottom of the shelf. I've seen this one many times. I finally just pulled the trigger on it. So let's try it out. Let's see what it's all about. Good, bad, or indifferent. So if you're at Total Wines, you're going to be able to get this gin for a very low price of $19 and change. And that's here in the US. I would say if you are, a avid gin drinker and you want to maybe get a little something more out of what you're, doing on your G&Ts, well, this is something you'd want to do because it's right there. It's not expensive, like I was saying, and it's pretty good on the price. Now, I probably wouldn't do another neat shot of this. Maybe on the rocks, I could see it. Maybe with no rocks with a twist even. But at the end of the day, I think this is going to be a nice gin and tonic gin, and something that you guys out there might enjoy as well. So, whew, from me to you to me, to everyone else here in the middle of the stage from sea to shiny sea, thank you so much coming on back, enjoying another cocktail with me, the Gin Joe, doing gin reviews on Gin Joe's show as soon as I can get them out to you. Hopefully this one was, we learned a little something from it, either steered you towards it or far away. It doesn't really matter. Until the next one, though, there's maybe one or two things. First, as you guys can see, Pinky definitely had more airtime this week. Hope you're all happy with that. You guys really made a difference. All the shout outs to me. Second, though, Pinky told me to tell you, you bastards. Ciao.
Goodbye, you bastards.
Oh man, they're gonna love this. Got such good footage, good history.
Joe, what are you working on now?
Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm not serious?
We just had you on
Liar!
The last one.
I told you, more Pinky screen time.
Here, you want to see it? Wait, hold on. I got it right here.
Right where? Prove it now.
Really outstanding.
There I am. Hello, Joe.
Oh, hi.
Hi, indeed. Why wasn't I in your latest review?
Kind of busting in on my ending here. What's up?
I thought we were friends. I used to be in your reviews.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hogwash.
Oh, I apologize so many times.
Your apology means nothing. I need to talk to your subscribers.
Go ahead.
I am Pinky Brickerton. Did your subscribers listen to me?
Well, yeah, I mean, I got
What
a lot of
happened?
responses for
A good response. I haven't heard of any such thing.
Yeah, we will do another little thing. How about you do it right now, actually?
No. I'm the star here, don't forget that.
Okay.
I will drink all your gin.
Well, that seems kind of unfair.
Ha ha.
I didn't mean it that way.
Whatever
No.
do you mean?
Anyway, look.
Let me have the floor, Joe.
Go ahead.
Pink elephant, no Pinky Brokerton. I live rent-free in your delusional world.
Okay. You had your moment. You got your 15 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't be a jerk,
All right,
Joe.
well, have fun up there. Bastard.
Hey pal, always remember who's the star here. I'll certainly be back for more nonsense. Bastard.